Hello, welcome to the Daily English News program on Azərbaycan Televiziya with the most important events of the day. I'm Gülər Xətəmova. President İlham and First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva viewed progress of works in a number of newly built facilities in Şuşa.
Şuşa, this marvelous and ancient Azerbaijani city with its unique nature, is experiencing rebirth. The residential complex, the construction of which is underway in Şuşa, will consist of 23 buildings. Construction of 8 buildings kicked off in July of this year, and construction of other 15 in September. It should be noted that the total housing stock for 23 buildings consists of 450 apartments. There will be 3- and 5-story buildings. All living conditions will be created there. Large-scale landscaping and improvement work will be carried out on the territory. The construction of the hotel and conference center, which occupies an area of more than 3 hectares, started this April. The center will have 154 rooms, a 400-seat conference hall, restaurants, shops, and underground and overground parking lots, as well as all other necessary infrastructure. The center was designed in accordance with a synthesis of modern and national architectural styles and follows the concept of caravan saray. Elements of national architecture will be used in the external design. The facade will have a cladding with Şuşa stone used in the construction of historical buildings of the city. President İlham and First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva also got acquainted with the conditions created in the building of the special representation of the President of the Republic of Azerbaijan in the Şuşa region. Assistant to the President Anar Alekperov informed the head of state and the First Lady about the work done. The administrative building was built in the 1970s. Restoration and reconstruction work here began in June last year and completed in June 2022. The building consists of 41 offices, a large assembly hall with 86 seats, and 2 small meeting rooms. The Mehmandarov's estate complex was constructed by representatives of the Mehmandarov's family in the 18th century. This complex, which belonged to the Mehmandarov family, includes a large residential building, a small residential building, a family mosque, and a spring. The Haydar Aliyev Foundation started repair and restoration work in the Mehmandarov's estate complex, as well as the family mosque and the spring in the area, in October 2021. Paintings on walls and ceilings are being restored in accordance with draft designs. These works cover the destroyed domes, roof, mihrab, and other parts of the building. After repair and restoration work, it is envisaged to arrange a museum exposition there. The museum exposition will embody the home of a Şuşa resident. This includes the creation of an office decorated with objects that demonstrate the occupation and hobbies of the owner of the house, the living room, designed for receiving guests and considered the most luxurious room in the house, and in many cases decorated with wooden decorative panels and fabric wallpapers, a dining room, and 2 bedrooms. Repair and restoration work is scheduled to be completed in 2023. Three residential buildings currently undergoing restoration, which were built in the middle of the 19th century, characterizing Karabakh School of Architecture, are envisaged to be used as hotels. These buildings were destroyed during the occupation and became unfit. Upon completion of the restoration work, which will begin in May this year, the interior of the hotel will be decorated in an authentic style. The part of the building that was destroyed during the occupation was rebuilt, and the extensions built later were demolished. Repair and restoration work is planned to be completed by the end of 2023. The construction of the school building, which covers an area of 4,300 square meters, started in October last year and is currently rapidly continuing. The school was designed for 960 pupils. Extensive opportunities will be created here for education and bringing up of pupils. Thus, all conditions will be created for organizing high-level education in this facility. The head of state and the First Lady were also informed about the upcoming overhaul of the administrative building of the Housing Utility and Maintenance Service of the Şuşa State Reserve Department.
The most glorious event of Azerbaijan's independence period is the victory of nation in the patriotic war. Azerbaijan succeeded in restoring historical justice by ensuring its territorial integrity. President İlham Aliyev's independent domestic and foreign policy resulted in our historical achievements, economic and military successes. The restoration of our sovereignty first strengthened the independence and ensured the constant growth of Azerbaijan.
Biz fəxr edirik ki,
we are proud that we are children of this land. We are proud that we have restored our rights on the battlefield, defeated the enemy, and from now on we will live forever as a victorious nation, as a victorious country. One of the most important elements of state independence is the provision of territorial integrity. Independence, territorial integrity, and sovereignty are the main motif of the supreme goal of the national struggle of peoples. In the 44-day patriotic war, our people restored the territorial integrity of Azerbaijan and created an even stronger foundation for the inviolability and perpetuity of our independence. This historic event demonstrated to the whole world the power and strength of our state and army. Today, remembering the dear memory of our martyrs, we must make a promise to ourselves. We must make an oath that we will forever stand guard over our independence. We will forever stand guard over our territorial integrity. We will not let the enemy raise its head again. We will not let them create a threat for us again. The political, economic and military power of Azerbaijan, growing day by day, has become the guarantor of our independence. And most importantly, a patriotic young generation has been formed, standing guard over the motherland, protecting their lands like the apple of an eye. This generation, the generation of creators, represents our people and our country with dignity in all arenas and carry our flag high.
Qəhrəman əskər və zabitlərimizin fədakarlığı, qəhrəmanlığı sayəsində
thanks to the sacrifice and heroism of our heroic soldiers and officers, we are building and creating in the liberated lands, restoring our cities and villages, and we are proud of our glorious victory. At the same time, we are proud that we, the owners of these lands, are bringing life back to these lands.
Eyni zamanda fəxr edirik ki, biz bu torpaqların sahibləri, bu torpaqları yenidən həyata qaytarırıq.
The main principle of Azerbaijan's foreign policy is independence. The independent foreign policy of President Ilham Aliyev, based on national interests, has turned Azerbaijan into a power center in the region, into a country with high authority and role in the international arena. Azerbaijan, which is successfully represented and acts as a chair in international organizations, is a reliable partner.
On September 27th, the meeting between Assistant to the President of Azerbaijan, Hikmet Hajiyev, and Secretary of the Security Council of Armenia, Armen Grigoryan, took place under the initiative of President Biden's National Security Advisor, Jake Sullivan, at the White House. During the press conference, Hikmet Hajiyev thanked the U.S. side for arranging the meeting and for the efforts to ensure sustainable peace in the region. The major point here is to continue working on the peace agenda within a specific timeline. The meeting addressed peace agreement negotiations, border delimitation, the opening of transport communication, as well as issues regarding landmines and missing persons, which are part of the humanitarian agenda, added Assistant to the President of Azerbaijan. Foreign Minister Ceyhun Bayramov and his Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov had a phone conversation. The ministers discussed the current situation in the region, including issues related to the implementation of trilateral statements. During the phone conversation, views were also exchanged on current issues of cooperation between the two countries. The Azerbaijan Army's engineer sapper units continue the process of clearing the territories and supply routes mined by the sabotage groups during a large-scale provocation committed by the Armenian armed forces. The next 259 PMNE anti-personnel mines detected in the Alagöller area of Kelbecer district were neutralized by following safety regulations. By September 28th, the Alagöller area of Kelbecer district was cleared of a total of 543 PMNE anti-personnel and ATM 62 anti-tank mines. International organizations, particularly OSCE, should not remain indifferent to the facts of violation of international humanitarian law norms. With the liberation of Karabakh and Eastern Zangezur by Azerbaijan, it became possible for IDPs to return to their native lands. However, the destruction of social facilities, residential buildings and mine problem in all areas slows down the process. These views were voiced by Aydin Səfihanlı, Chief of Staff of the Commissioner of Human Rights, at the conference held by the OSCE Office for Democratic Institutions and Human Rights in Warsaw. He drew attention to the fact that Armenia did not respond to Azerbaijan's peace proposal and committed new provocations, and underlined the need for international organizations to react to this. That was all for today. Thank you for being with us. Goodbye.